Welcome to this third class of Ropes for Yoga course. I'm Eyal Shifroni, and here is Kim Ben Yaakov, who is the owner of Malaika Padma and also a certified yoga teacher and has her own center. We're going to start with the Om, so sit upright and arrange your buttock so you can sit on the buttock bone. So flesh has to be moved sideways, slightly back, so you expose the bone and you sit on the head of the buttock bones. And then maybe you can support yourself on your fingertips, and when you inhale, lift your chest and fill it up with air. Widen also, broaden, lift, and then exhale. When you lift the chest, don't lift the shoulders. Keep the shoulders down, shoulder blades going in. And then again, inhale. Extend your spine, lift the chest, open the rib cage. And now maintain this height and join your hands in front of your chest. Look inside at eye level and attempt to, as if you want to see the inner space of the skull. When you do it, the eyes sort of going in and soften, and then you can close the eyes. Slow soft inhalation, slow soft exhalation. Using the inhalation and the exhalations, connect inside. Feel the movement inside the body. Feel the opening of the ribs when you inhale, and soften when you exhale. Relax your face, relax your eyes. Take a few more cycles. And then we'll chant the Om. Inhale. Inhale, and with the exhalation, bow your head down, look inside, surrender the brain to the seat of the heart, and then relax your hands. Inhale, and slowly lift your head, and gently allow the eyes to open. Okay, so we're going to start now with Tadasana. So you stand in between the two rings in Tadasana and join your feet, heels in contact with the wall and also the back of the shoulders and the back of the head. And then you just press your arms against the two middle rings, to activate the shoulders. So the shoulders are going back, shoulder blades in, and you open the chest. So we create broadness in the chest. Now to create also extension, you can catch either the ropes or the rings and lift yourself, also slightly lift your heels, just slightly. And then try to maintain this height and just extend the legs down to descend the heels. So you become taller also. And then again, stretch the arms down. And work your arms against the rings. Okay. Then we're going to do Urdhva Sthasana. Now, if you cannot touch the wall without pushing the lumbar spine forward, then don't insist, because what can happen is if your shoulders movement are limited, suppose you can go all the way here, so don't bring the hands to the wall by doing this. Keep the spine, keep the lumbar spine close to the wall, tailbone in, and then see how much movement you have in the shoulders. Okay. And then to create more movement with the shoulders, we can use the ropes. So take 2 ropes, and palms facing each other, and then you go forward and stretch yourself. So move the tailbone in, move your shoulder blades in, and then try to move the pelvis slightly forward, the chest slightly forward, so effectively the arms will go back. Inhale and exhale, and extend the sides of the body with the lifting, raising of your arms. Maintain your face quiet, diaphragm soft and movable, and then you can release. Let's see if you have more movements now in Urdhva. So be in contact with the wall. Slightly bend your knees to descend the buttocks down. Keep the tailbone in, and then inhale. And now maybe you can come closer to the wall, or maybe touch the wall with your nails, all the nails together. Relax your throat. Look forward at eye level, and then release. We're going to Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward facing dog, and we're going to do it with the bottom ring here. Okay, let's put the sticky mat here. And so I hope you have a bottom ring. If not, maybe you have some heavy furniture that you can connect the ropes to. And if not, you just do it on the middle rings. So, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we need to insert the rope here, and since it's not long, there, this is with the middle. And we want to extend it so it will be long enough. And then we stand here and we go inside the arms and the head and put it on the shoulder blades. And from there you go to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Okay, so can you do it, King? So you see the rope in between your feet, and then insert the upper body, the arms, adjust it on your shoulder blades, and then just find where do you want to place your feet and the hands, such that the rope is well stretched and it pulls your shoulder blades in. Push, actually it pushes the shoulder blades in. And as you can see, the legs are also benefit because the heels can go down. Because in Adho Mukha Svanasana, you want to make the back concave. You want to move the back closer to your thighs or to your legs. And the rope helps you to do it. So stay in the pose, relax your neck, and release completely the muscles of the back of the neck, and relax the back of the head down. And then see if you can maybe stretch a little bit more, maybe slide the hands slightly forward if possible. You see her head is almost on the floor, the heels on the floor. So the rope really helps you to get the feeling of a good Adho Mukha Svanasana. So we stay a few moments here. Just maintain your belly soft, your diaphragm soft, your eyes soft, and breathe. So in every asana, there are 2 processes actually that should run in parallel. One is the actions that you need to do. You need to stretch, you need to open, you need to sometimes to squeeze or twist. And another process that should all the time you should be aware of is the relaxation. So what parts of the body can I release? Can I relax? Okay, so now let's move it to the mid-back. So release a little bit, go slightly back, and move it to a little bit higher than the shoulder blades. And then do the pose again. Okay, so we stay a few moments like this in the mid-back. And then just maybe release the rope altogether and just just do your Adho Mukha Svanasana independently and see maybe there was a little bit of a change now. Maybe you feel that you have more movement in the shoulders or in the mid-back, the dorsal spine. Maybe you can take it deeper in. Okay. Good. Then come back, come forward, Uttanasana, and come up. And we're going to do a little bit more movement on the shoulders. So you stand facing the wall. Observe how you place your palms symmetrically, and spread the fingers, spread the skin of the palm. Move the buttocks down, and then we want to make the upper back and maybe mid back also concave, but not the lumbar, not the lower back. So that's why the buttocks is to roll down. And then move the chest forward, open the armpits, and bring the forehead to the wall. Keep turning the biceps, this biceps muscle out, and the triceps in, closer to your cheeks. And then, if you can reach the wall, maybe you can step a little bit back. Inhale, extend the arms, extend your armpits, and go again to touch the wall. So the armpits are separated to the upper part, the armpit arm and the armpit chest. So you open the center of the armpits, moving to the wall, and the sternum actually you take down away from the wall. Shoulder blades in, maintain the arms very strong, triceps tighten, and then release. Okay. Next, we're going to do Virabhadasana 1. So let's just remove these ropes. Align your sticky mat with the rings. Because we're going to use the ropes. And first we'll take the right leg forward against the wall. My toe mounts are against the wall, fingertips against the wall. You spread the legs well. And in the beginning, the left leg, you can lift the heel and bend slightly. And as you start to go down, catch the ropes and lift your belly from the lower belly up to the navel. Okay, and then you make a square. So you bend, you take the right buttock down as much as possible. Let's do the other leg. Spread the legs very much and turn. Okay, so initially you can lift the heel, it's a journey, and then keep the journey and descend the heel, and then you start to bend. So if you need to slide the back leg down, until you really sit on this buttock bone of the front leg. And the hips, and then push against the wall, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, and When you look up, relax your face, keep breathing, relax your brain cells away from the skull, and don't tighten it forward. So it's not about lifting the eyebrows, just lift the chin and keep the forward, staying quiet. Okay. Up. Good. This now. And let's do Virabhadrasana again with the ropes. Okay? So the sticky mat you have to align with the rings. Okay? And then you put your left heel on the wall. So it's going to be supported by the wall. Great. Ropes. Okay. Okay, holding the ropes, and then slowly slide, bend the leg, move forward from the tailbone, not from the lumbar spine. Move from the tailbone, and go down, down, down. You're opening your armpits, so the rope helps you to stretch out. As you descend the right leg down, lift the chest and the core. Inhale, come up, stretch. So when bending the leg, you go down, but you are not shortening. You keep the distance between the pelvis and the chest. Okay. Leg, the back leg, which is the right leg now, straight and active. Open the back of the knee, back leg, and descend the next stroke. Inhale and exhale. Can you hold this challenging pose? Let's keep the breath. Go ahead. Relax the face. Relax the head. So, in practicing yoga, we learn to put ourselves in challenging situations, even stressful, and to relax inside. And this is a very good lesson for our life. Because life we meet sometimes stressful situations, and we have to see if we can keep our peace mind even in the stress. Okay, let's continue with some rope work, and this is names. So rope 1, rope 2, rope 3. Rope 1. So we put now the sticky mat in between two rings. So we can hold two ropes and bending the legs slightly, go forward. So you see how I hold the ropes? The palms are facing each other. And then lift the heels, lift the chin, and move the pelvis forward. The pelvis is going forward. And shoulders, of course, on back, opening. Breathe. And inhale, stretch up. Lift the heels, lift the chest, and lift the chin. Relax the face. back, shoulder movement. For many people, we want to open the shoulders, to get more in the shoulders. But many people report that they feel it more in the elbows. So I'm going to show you a way that to do this action without stretching the elbows. So you need to take a rope. Maybe take a rope. I don't know. Pretty long rope. And look careful now because I want to show you how to do a shoulder traction. So you take the rope, hold the knot in your right hand, and then pick it over your head with the elbows inside. This way. Okay? So it's under your armpits, hold it this way, and then you take the knot and here and pass it, catch it with your left hand, and pull. And then you bring this here close to your neck and throw it back. Okay? And pull. So it has to be close to the neck because the trapezius muscle here close to the neck is hardening sometimes. And then it presses on the neck and creates pain. So release it down. Soften it down. Okay, and to do this rope, one is this. You put it inside the rope in this way. So you insert it in the rope and catch it from here. Okay? And then you do the same. You lift the heels and you move forward. Now, the heels, buttock forward. So you're moving the shoulders without tension on the elbow. Back. Okay, then we go to rope number 2. So I'll show how to do it. Okay. So now you face the wall and you catch the 2 ropes and you start to arch back. So initially the elbows are bent and you try to roll the elbow, outer elbow in as if trying to join the elbows behind the back and arch. And then slowly keeping the chest up, slowly straighten your arms. Okay? Move the shoulders back away from the ears. And don't do it like this. Okay? Yes. So lift the chest and arch back. Look back. Inhale and exhale. And to come back, you can either bend or even nicer, just walk back. So this is, it's called rope number 2. Let's do it again. Second time, it will go better. Okay, so arch, lift the chest, shoulder blades in, move the shoulder blades down to the mid-back, and then keeping the chest up, straighten your arms. Okay, and then come out. Okay, lastly we have rope 3. And for this we have to align the sticky mat again with the ring and catch here the 2 top ropes here. Or if you can catch the ring over here, and you arch in this way. Again, don't allow the shoulders to be like this. Pull the shoulder blades and the shoulders down and lift the chest. Then catch the ropes and start to slide. So again, tailbone should come in. This is very important in all backward movement. Tailbone in and extend the lumbar spine. And then you start to slide as much as you feel that it is good. If you start to feel compression in the lower back, that's a sign to stop. Okay, but if possible, you can slide. And release into the pause, feel the stretch. Inhale and exhale, shoulders down, tailbone tighten in, and look up. And come back. Okay. Now we're going to do a kind of neck curvature with a chair and the rope, okay? So you go inside the rope and put the chair. Magically the chair comes here. Okay, spread your legs. So if you're tall, you have to spread maybe a little bit more. So you can put your chin here and make your back concave. Again, don't concave from the lumbar spine. Buttocks should be going to the heels. This way. Okay? What to do? So let's do it together. So spread the legs as much as you need in order to match the height of the chair. And the chin should go forward. And the chin is pulling the sternum forward. And then you make your back concave. Yes, you stretch your arms forward. Again, keep the shoulders away from the neck and from the ears. Extend the spine. Open the chest and breathe. So this movement for the neck is good. And sometimes it can release the neck. If you have a neck issue, you have to be a little bit careful. But this movement is good for the neck. Sideways can be problematic, especially if you have some problem in the neck. Inhale and exhale. A few more seconds. Okay, and then down. Okay, before continuing, let's do a Shirshasana. So for Shirshasana, we're going to do like we did the Adho Mukha Svanasana, but this time we don't need such a long rope. So maybe we can manage with one rope. You can always extend it if you need, because you kneel here. And again, you put it over your head and into your upper back. And then interlock your fingers, place your head. Okay. It should be on the shoulder blades. And you come up. Okay, so it will support your shoulder blades. So it does part of the work for you. Okay, it's fine. Okay, yeah. Heel slightly forward. Stretch your legs up.
But specialists say that the shoulder blades are stabilized. Yeah? So it should be on maybe a little bit more on the shoulder blade. Is it okay? Can I move it? Yeah. Okay. Let's move it here. Okay. Try now. Okay. Come up. Move the heel slightly forward. You tighten the buttocks in. Stretch your legs to lift the buttock bones up and the tailbone in. So this rope will stabilize the shoulder blades, will give you a lot of stability, and you face the wall. There's not any distraction in the field of vision, so you can stay there quietly for a few minutes. Okay, so I'll join Kim also, and you can stay in your Shirshasana a few more minutes. As you stay, keep the breath flowing, soft and smooth. Relax your eyes, relax your face. But keep the action of the arms and the legs. Keep the tailbone in. So you have to also to suck the anal mouth in order to lift the buttocks. Join the big toes and spread the skin of the sole of the feet from inside out. So the feet are active, but there's no tension, not in the toes, not in the ankles. Tighten the knees, but relax the ankles and feet. Okay, then we go down. And you stay a little bit in Adho Mukha Virasana. Relaxing the head down. Stay until circulation comes back to normal. And then come up, release yourself from the rope. Okay, so we're going to do before Uttanasana, let's do Bhujangasana against the wall. So again, we have to be in between the two rings. And we use here the ropes to lift and then to arch. Okay, so put your pubic bone against the wall, as we do in Bhujangasana on the floor. The buttocks from top buttocks extend down to the mid buttocks, and mid buttocks tighten in and move the tailbone in. So the pubic bone is really pressed into the wall. Then catch the ropes, lift yourself. So you create extension, length in your spine, heels up, and then put your fingers or hands against the wall and arch a little bit. Lift the chest. Okay, so you should not lose the contact between the sternum and the skin here. The bone should come to meet the skin and to open it. If it goes away from the bone, from the skin, then you're collapsing. So keep the sternum up. Okay, you can release and repeat. Yeah. Tighten in, but don't contract the buttocks like this. Keep them wide. Move from top buttock to mid buttocks and push into the wall. Then you lift. Oh, create a lot of extension. And then arch. Yeah, shoulders down. Shoulder blades away. You move them down to the mid back. And you arch. Beautiful. Huh? Again, in any pose, don't lose your breath. Keep your breath going and keep your face, your throat relaxed. This is very important. Okay, let's go for Ushtrasana against the wall. It will be in the same manner. We use the ropes. So again, top buttocks, mid buttocks, pubis bone into the wall. Lift up. And then arch back. And place your hands on your feet. Keep pushing against the wall. Again, sternum up. Okay, as if somebody is coming and lifting you from here. Yeah? Now, if you can't put your hands on your feet, then you can use some support. For example, you can put a bolster on your ankles in this way. And when you arch back, you can put your hands on the bolster in case you are not reaching the feet. Keep your sternum up. Open the chest, breathe. Again, relax your jaws, relax your eyes, relax your throat. Okay, then come up and let's repeat once more. So relax a little bit. Okay, and then again, the action start from the pelvis. Tailbone in, pubis against the wall. Lift yourself. And then arch. Now you can catch now the middle rings. Keep working the elbows, from the elbows to the shoulder blades. And keep the chest up. When you move one hand, another hand. And push against the feet. Keep pushing the shin bones down to the wall. Relax your face. Okay, come up. So we're going to do one sitting in order to relax from this back bends and also to extend the back if it was a little bit compressed. We can now extend it in Baddha Konasana. So take the support that you need for Baddha Konasana. And we use the ropes again. So I join my feet in Baddha Konasana. Keep the chest up, descend the pelvis. Keep the chest up. Keep the back long as I go down into the pose. And sit on my support. If you need more support, if the knees are high, much higher than the hips, you need to sit higher. And then maybe the knees will go down better. Relax your groins, extend from the groins to the inner knees, and enjoy the opening. Slowly, as you release the ropes, see that you are not collapsing. Maintain your height and put your hands
on your feet. Allow the breathing to soften, to relax. If you can move your heels a little bit closer. You can also turn the thighs back, then extend them away, and then maybe gently open more. And again, you can catch your feet. Relax. Maybe close your eyes for a second to relax the face. Okay. Let's do one twist. Okay, so Marichasana 3, you're sitting on some support with a side to the wall, close to the wall, bend your right leg, and catch the two rings here, lift yourself, and then you start to turn. You can also use these ropes to lift. Again, lift and turn. Maybe catch here also, if it's available. Or here, lift and turn, lift and turn. Then you can put this hand here, lift the elbows and press as you exhale. Shoulders down, chest up. Now you can look back to the right, or you can look also to the left, at the nail of your big toe of the left, but keep turning the chest to the right. So using these rings, you can maintain your height and help to twist. Okay, then come back. And let's do the other side. Left leg, close to the wall, bent. Lift and twist. Inhale and lift. Exhale and twist. This elbow, my right elbow, is pulling the right back. So the ribs on the right side are moving away from the spine. And then you make it concave. Bring the right side of your back closer to the wall. Again, inhale and lift. Exhale and turn. You can turn the neck to the other side. Keep turning the chest to the left. Shoulders down. Chest up. Okay, and release. All right, we'll finish with Sarvangasana. And we use the bolster against the wall in this way. You can put a blanket here. So you'll have some padding for the head. And then you enter the pose by rolling forward. So put your head in. T-shirt should be in. Okay, and then you catch the ropes and you lift yourself. Okay, Kim? From here you can go also to Halasana, Supta Konasana, Pranapidasana. And you can also try, once you lift yourself, you can try to go to Niralamba.
Nilalam Sarvangasana. And you can just slide to a kind of Viparita Karani. And from here we'll go to Shavasana. Yes, so using the ropes, you can lift yourself, lift the chest, and press the shoulders down. So this is a nice way to create this separation between the rib cage, which is going up, and the shoulders are pressing down. And you move the buttocks slightly away from the wall, tighten them, and lift, stretch the legs up. You can stay a little bit. Okay, and then you can go slowly to Halasana. Keep your legs straight, open the back of the knees, lift your thighs. Use the ropes to keep lifting your torso. This way. Then you can do other variation, like if you want to do Supta Konasana, you can spread your legs. And you hold the buttocks to the heels. And then Kanapidasana. Release your knees down, join the feet. So the catching and lifting again with the ropes give you the space, even in this pose, which is quite closed. And relax in the pose after all the work that we have done. Like your face already in Shavasana. Okay, then come up again. And if you want to try the Niralamba, so first lift yourself and then try to stretch your arms by your thighs and balance in this way. This is Niralamba Sarvangasana 2. Very nice. Okay, then slowly you slide to kind of a Viparita Karani. So just slide your buttocks down and stay a little bit before we go to Shavasana. Allow the breathing to slow down. So all the physiological systems are starting also to slow down with the breath. The pulse, the activities of the nervous system is slowing down in this relaxing pose. And then when you're ready, you can just take a blanket and slide away from the wall until your pelvis is down. Yeah, so you have a blanket over there, maybe you can grab it. And cross your legs on the bolster. Yeah. So the blanket should support your head and neck, so you're not shortening the back of the neck. So how much blanket you need here depends on the structure of your upper back, on your flexibility, on the shoulders, but you have to see that the back of the neck and the front of the neck are evenly extended and not like this, when the back of the neck is shortened and the chin is sticking up. Chin should be slightly in, not too much in, because then it will compress the throat, but slightly in. And relax the throat. Widen, keep widening the walls, the inner walls of the throat. Yeah, so connect your mind with the inner body. Keep this contact. Don't allow the mind to go somewhere or to some other time, like planning or remembering. It happens. When it happens, gently bring the mind back. And observe your body, observe your hands. Hands are very sensitive. So bring your awareness to your hands. Feel what is the temperature. Do you feel some tinkling, some aliveness in your hands? Warmth, maybe. In any way you can imagine that you are sending warmth to warming your hands, to softening, to opening, as if the bones of the hands are becoming soft and opens up. Then observe your face. Relax the skin of the face from center sideways. Allow the eyeballs to descend deeply in. Feel the breath is flowing gently on your nostrils. Feel the entire body soft and heavy. Bring the awareness now to the center of your chest, where the seat of the heart, the spiritual heart. And send also warmth, an opening, feeling of opening and warmness in your heart. And feel your gratitude for your body, for being able to do this practice. And then we're going to finish. So to finish, inhale slightly deeper. And then when you're ready, after a few slightly deeper inhalations, roll to the right side and stay a little bit on your right side. Yeah, you can take the bolster in between your thighs to maintain the width of the pelvis. Okay, and when you're ready, with your left hand, push against the floor, sit up. You can sit on the bolster, sit upright, join your hands, close your eyes. And just observe, what is the feeling now? How do you feel the body? How do you feel the mind? The breath? Is it flowing smoothly? Do we have more space at the chest after all these openings? Is your mind centered and focused? So yoga helps us to connect to our body and to stay in the present moment. Not allow the mind to take us too far away. Always keep your center, and the body is always here and now. And then exhale, release the head down, surrender, release your hands. Inhale, slowly lift your head, and gently open your eyes. This is all for this class. Thank you, and see you in the next classes.